right, here we go. Welcome to Shots Fired with Joey Kola. This is my podcast. Obviously, you guys are listening to it on a podcast station. This is my podcast, my new podcast. Tony Walker's to my right. John Blenn is to my left. One of my idols and mentors in stand-up comedy, Peter Bales, is next to him. And one of my good friends, Mick Thomas, is right next to him.
All right, Joe.
Anyway, there's so much going on right now. How people could smoke cigars nowadays really pisses me off. Like how smoking is bad enough. Like you already know. We already know you're going to die from smoking, right? But smoking cigars, and people say, I relax when I smoke a cigar. It's only one. It's this and that. There are certain things in society that should just be out, and everybody should know it now. That's it. Anything racist. You can't wear fur. But when are people going to catch up? I saw a lady on the street the other day wearing a fur coat like who she was. She had to be from Texas or somewhere out other than where we are. When are people just going to learn and move to all of us move to the same beat of the drum?
I think that covers it all.
Yeah.
I wrote this down. Notes for the clueless. Notes for the clueless.
But you didn't have to do them all at once.
Partisan politics is out. Everything should be nonpartisan. Everybody get in a room.
Absolutely.
Forget about red, blue, green, whatever you are. Everybody just get in a room and hash it out. That's it.
Without cigars.
Right? Without cigars. Without anything sexist, homophobic. Wipe it out. There are people on the planet that are offended. Now you gotta, if you're a stand-up comic, you gotta come up to a grade where make the people that you got a different audience now. Make them laugh.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
I get
This is
into
not the
arguments-
ground round 35 years ago.
You can.
This guy.
This guy. You're gonna tell that story?
I'm gonna tell
How
that
come
story.
After you and I know each other for 38 years now, you know that? And this is the one that comes to the surface. Tell him what happened.
Joey had to write a letter of apology to the manager of the ground round.
No, to the mayor's wife. The mayor of Port Jefferson's wife.
That's right. I remember so many of those shows. They used to throw popcorn and peanuts at you.
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah,
over the
I was
floor,
actually Bingo the Clown at the Bayshore
I was
Ground
gonna
Round.
say,
Then I did
who are you,
stand-up.
Dumbo?
Yeah, I was Bingo the Clown during the day, and then I made $40 doing stand-up at night. For Lou Stevens used to be a roving
Stevens,
Long Island guy who used
Whatever
to book.
happened to him?
He's dead. He's long dead.
Okay,
Yeah.
we brought that
That's why
conversation.
Thanks for bringing that up.
He smoked cigars,
He
apparently.
smoked
yeah.
cigars. Yeah, he did.
Chain smoking.
But yeah, I actually pissed off the mayors of Port
That's
Jefferson's
right.
wife. I said something, I guess, derogatory
Yeah.
or whatever.
What did you say?
I'm offended. I was probably talking about dog shit like I do in my act. What do
Okay.
I have in my act? Fart jokes and dog shit, and how small my penis is. How could that?
But
you know
what was
I mean?
her? What was her complaint?
I have no idea. I was offended, so she got up and walked out. She told the mayor of Port Jeff, "Is there a mayor of Port Jeffs? What's there? Theater 3. That's it.
That's it.
But
That's
I-
all
What
I
else
have.
you got there? And a couple Christmas
Ferries.
stores.
Yeah.
You can buy a puppy.
But Joey actually wrote the letter, and I told him it was a
I wrote
violation of your freedom of speech. But
Yeah.
you wanted to just make nice.
I needed the money, dude. I
Yeah,
had
I
to
know.
get another gig. I came back again. She was never there. I wrote the letter. She'll never show up again. I got 4 more gigs out of that thing, and peanuts. All the peanuts I
They
wanted.
did. They put peanuts on the table, and they would throw the peanuts at us. That's just what a mistake at a comedy show
Yeah,
to have
yeah.
like projectiles you can use against.
Never
the
have
commu-
that.
Never have
You know,
that.
by the way, getting drunk, or like really drunk now, that's out now too. Getting really, really drugged up. I mean, people like to smoke now. They like to smoke weed. But if you want weed, take a thing. Take a gummy weed. You know what I
that's
mean?
the new one
Just
now, right?
stop. You
That's
know what I
the new
mean? I
one.
got friends that work out, yet they still smoke. I don't understand it. We're all going to be dead in a half hour, maybe sooner. So do something to help yourself. Now, here's me preaching, yet I got a sugar problem. You know what I mean? I'm overweight. I can't not eat sugar and chocolate, and I got my own problems, Nutella, all that shit. But I'm trying. At least I'm trying,
Nutella.
and I know what's right. There are so many people on this planet moving on the same streets that we move that don't even know what's right. How do you get to those people, Mick? How do you get to those people?
My brother makes a great point. Like, I mean, I like to work out. I like to do all that 'cause I came from a workout background of kickboxing and all that stuff. But my brother always said to me, I'd say, "You gonna eat that? You gonna drink that?" He goes, "What are you gonna? You gonna die healthy?" And it's like he's right. You know what I mean? Like no one. You just gotta. I mean, some people argue like I do want to smoke because it's my life. I want to live it. If it's shorter,
Right.
would you
Yeah.
rather have a shorter fun life or a longer boring life?
There you go.
And that's the argument.
Well, something's coming at everybody. But wouldn't you like to at least help yourself a little bit? You know where this comes from? I'm pissed that I got to eat less sugar now. Because I'm going to be pre-diabetic if I don't watch it. So I'm pissed now. So I don't want anybody to do anything.
Yeah, but pick a cheat day
Yeah.
and go all out.
Pick a cheat day?
Yeah, pick one day of the week. That's what I do. And I just,
Yeah?
it takes about 2 weeks to get there. 3 weeks for your body to stop craving it, but then minus Sunday, once that day hits,
I bet you don't even want it that day. You don't even want it.
You can overdose by 12, and it's out of my system. It's done.
And I got a hernia now. You believe this shit?
How'd you get the hernia?
I got it about a year and a half ago, moving a planter in my backyard. The other day, I'm doing 3 shows at Rachel Ray. I'm pinning a needle. My arms are going crazy, getting everybody going, and I bend the wrong way, and my belly button popped out.
On television?
No, on television. I do Rachel Ray show naked. Nick.
I don't know if
Rachel thought you were excited to see her.
My belly button popped further than it usually does, and
it became an Audi.
It became a
a
big
5-year-old.
Audi. Yeah.
Joey, you've lived 15 years longer than anybody expected you to.
You're exactly right.
I mean,
you're exactly right.
Telling people not to smoke cigars and he's wheezing.
I should.
Joey looks like the guy that a cigar would look good on him. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
I know.
I think Tony Soprano and Joey Cole were the only 2 guys that that's what he should be doing.
I can't even bend over anymore. I swear to God. I can be counting roll 100s and drop one. I'm like, that's gone. How am I going to get it? How am I going to get it down there? And my arms are short. My legs are short. I'm all torso.
But you always take a pause. If I ever ask you a question for advice or whatever, you take a pause. So it looks like you like you said, you should be the guy with the cigar. I go, Joey, listen, I'm doing a set tonight. Should I leave this joke out or put it in? You should leave it out. You look like you should.
I exhale.
You should.
Waiting to exhale.
Leave it out. I'm like,
I exhale because I need to get oxygen in my brain to absorb what you said before I even think about the answer.
That's what it is.
I watched Joey on stage. His face gets red. I dial 9 and 1, and then I wait after the final digit. You should have died so many times.
I know, and I've been with everybody in this room at a time where I think I came close to dying. Every one of you guys, I've been close to dying, but something happens. I mean, but you know what? We're talking about things you should do, things you shouldn't do. Moving 100 miles an hour is something you should do if you want to accomplish something. But I also believe in a meditative type of form, a form of meditation that everybody should spend some time in. John, what do you think?
I agree, Joe. Many times I've watched you doing your stand-up where you do the laugh, your grandfather's laugh, I believe, and change color. I've watched you change color, so I understand why Pete is hovering on the 1. Way to go.
You can't force meditation on people. That breaks the whole purpose.
But if you get free time during the day and you say, all right, I got time from 1 to 3, besides a nap or masturbation, would you jump in a car and drive to the beach? Would you drive to a park? Would you go to a movie? Would you rent a movie? What would you do to calm yourself down, to kind of hit reboot?
Masturbate on the way to the movies.
Well, that's how Pee Wee got in trouble. No.
There you go.
I said on the way. I finished before I get there.
He can do it while he's driving.
The movie theater's more than 30 seconds away.
You thought texting while driving was tough.
I once masturbated to Harry Truman on the biography channel.
No, you didn't. No one knew you probably
look
would.
at Harry Truman the same way again.
Peter Bales is not only a history teacher. He's got a book out.
That's
He's got
right.
the book. The name of the
That's
book is.
A funny thing happened on the way to the 21st century. We don't have to take history so seriously.
That's
I
right.
honestly believe that.
Yeah, and the book is very, very funny.
And young people don't care about
Yeah.
history today. You can't
True.
predict the future if you don't know the past.
Nope.
I love talking about history. It's one of my favorite subjects, but when I talk about with my American friends, they don't want to hear a foreigner talk about American history because we know more than they do, and they just get so mad at me. Like, I'm sorry,
because you got to learn more to get in there. Like you're trying to get the green card or whatever. So
that's exactly what it is.
I got to know more than that.
I had to answer 10 questions.
Us idiots are sitting here not even having been to the Statue of Liberty at all.
That's true.
Okay, I'm already threatened by you. Talking about history, I'm supposed to know everything.
Mix a man. He's like John's a journeyman. You're a journeyman too, because you from Ireland. You come from Wexford.
Wexford, Ireland.
Wexford, Ireland. And if you Google it, it's the sweetest little town in the world. Why you would ever want to leave there, I don't know. But you're a boxer. You're a fighter. You've come up scrapping. You've done things. You've seen the world.
Done a lot of travel.
It was the allure of Suffolk County, wasn't it?
What
you hear?
That's what it was. That's all. That's what Thailand, Russia, Germany, Paris is nothing.
Technically, he's still this far away from being a waiter in Montauk.
Yeah. You laugh. I did that already.
Actually, I'm only kidding. One of the funniest comics ever in the world, and not only my mentor, but a guy who taught me everything, Peter Bales, Mick Thomas, again, one of the funniest comics in the world, and John Blenn, not only a great writer of articles and he worked for papers, but he also writes. How many plays do you have to your name right now?
92.
92 screenplays. So I'm
really?
with. I am honored to have all three of these guys on. And to my right is a great improv comic, a stand-up comic. He puts on shows. He's a producer, Tony Walker. So I'm very proud to have all these guys with me tonight, a Sunday night in the back of Governors.
Going to be working with John in next month myself for the first time, so I'm very excited
Doing what?
about that.
Doing what?
Doing one of his plays.
Oh, really? Okay. Where's it going up?
It's going up actually at the Farmingdale Public Library and also at the South Shore Theater Experience in Lindenhurst.
Nice.
17th, 18th, and the 26th of March. And
Okay.
actually, it's American Dating Catastrophes 17. We've been doing 17 years worth of shorts on bad dates
I was
because
gonna say, yeah.
everybody's been on at least one, if not a few hundred.
That's right. At least one. Yeah. I'm with my wife for 38 years now, married 31. I met her. We met when I was 19. She was 17. We've been together. But I've been
and
dating
always
since-
people wonder how you got her. She's very, she's very beautiful, and you are.
a troll. I gotta say it. Say it. I look like Burt Young. Okay,
It's
I
one
know.
of those. It's always.
I
It's
know.
always one of those. He's got to have money.
Listen, you know how you see a dog. You never see a dog with no back legs and it's got wheels. That's how she looks at me. That's how she. That's how she looks at me. She feels so bad for me. You know what I mean? So
Well, you're over your head in your marriage. You know.
I'm over my head, dude. Hey, I got the 2 kids. Everything's fine. They grew up fine. Everything's good. So I can't complain. Hey, I keep God
But you
first,
will.
and that's it. You know what I mean? I say my prayer. Oh, look how everything stops right now. I got an atheist here. I got a guy bleeding Bible read. I got a guy who's halfway in the middle. I'm saying my prayers. I don't know what the fuck you're doing over here.
I was one of those, cornered by a priest, so
There
that
you
tells
go.
you how
All
I
right,
feel.
There
yeah,
you go. I was
that's
just,
it.
I just got come back from doing this telecare thing, Catholic Charities, where they raise some money to help the different kids and everything. So I just did that, and they kept me on for like 3 minutes, and I was kicked off the stage by people playing the violin.
Okay.
Wait, what? They kicked you off the stage?
They were like, "All right, we're done with you. We're done with you. We got some violinists coming in," and that was the end of that.
Well, you were wheezing probably.
I was.
And smoking a cigar.
Shouting,
Exactly.
repent.
I was.
Repent.
My belly button is sticking out. I'm wheezing. I'm a sweaty
And
mess.
the wheels were squeaky.
Yeah.
But Joey, you're always so funny. People don't realize that deep down you have certain beliefs in a lot of fast food and.
There you go. Well,
What do you mean, beliefs?
I don't
Can't
believe.
It's always like
I
very
don't have a
religious.
belief in fast food. I like good food, but sometimes fast food is good food to me. I'm talking about taste.
Yes.
Before I came here today, my wife made homemade pasta, fettuccine, carbonara sauce. She made scarolan beans, which is escarole beans, right? And a big artichoke. I had all of that come right, and I loved every minute of it. I loved eating it, smelling it. That's working on the Rachel Ratio. We get to eat that food every day.
That's amazing.
People say, "What happens to the food?" I go, "Look at me sideways." And by the way, Pete, I don't know if you heard, I'm a world record holder right now. Do you know that?
I saw
heard
that.
that.
on
Yeah,
fist
that's
bump.
Guinness Book
amazing.
of Records for
God
fist
damn it.
pumping.
So
You
here
know,
I
I was talking to this old woman the other day, and she's talking about stand-up because you know who I like? I like that Joey Cola guy. I was like, really? Yeah. I was talking to him, and I slipped up, and I said, you just recently got into the Guinness Book of Records. Because yeah, for what? I said for fisting.
She asked for his number at
I
that
left out the pump, and I was like, yeah, he's a record fister.
he's been 50. He was 50 123 times in under a minute.
Now's the time to invest in rubber gloves up to your elbow. This guy knows.
Under a minute. Oh my God. Oh my God.
It was fist bumping, not fist.
Yeah.
Oh,
So do you get a certificate for that or something?
I got a certificate. Yeah, I
Really?
got a big thing, a nice certificate, and it's framed, and that's the one I got that we showed on the show, on the Rachel show.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the Guinness World Records is, a lot of about to
Sure.
say book. You got to say Guinness World Records is sending me the official one next week.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
I just figured something out about
What?
you, Joey.
What?
You're not really married to Leonora. She
Yes.
runs a group home, and you think you're married.
That's right. That's what happens. Yeah. Animals and me.
She brings the
That's
food
it.
and beds.
You know what? Yeah, I get. I do have to eat off the floor. As good as the food is, I do have to eat it off the floor. So anyway,
But you're happy. You're a happy person
you know what?
in
That's,
general.
that's the bottom line. However you get to your happiness, because we're all here for a half hour and it's over. So however you get to whatever happiness brings you, like when you wake up in the morning, if sometimes I find it hard getting out of bed. I go like, what is this going to be, a Groundhog's Day, repeat of yesterday, or what's going to stimulate me to keep on going? I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about food or whatever. What's going to stimulate me to get these bones going again? So I got a heel spur here. I got a friggin' hernia here. Physically, to walk down the hallway, my bones are snapping. Now people say, "Oh, you got to work out. You got to exercise. Take some elderberry juice. B12. What am I gonna do? There's got to be beyond that. There's got to be a thing in your brain, a childhood want or a goal that takes you into your older age.
Right, but you already had the accident with the noni juice. He took too much noni juice. Have you heard this superfood? But you were in the hospital, right?
I think so. Yeah, I believe
You
so.
can't drink too much of it. That's the point. It's a good, healthy thing.
You remember when noni juice was the
noni
thing?
juice was the thing.
People came.
Noni juice is a
Nobody knows what it
superfood that's
is.
supposed
I
to make
almost
you.
died from it.
Because you don't
but
drink.
all those fads,
gallon
man,
of
they're
it.
not
Yeah,
just
it was a fad.
Eat the right stuff.
Well, you know
and
that-
work out. That's
Remember,
it.
you know what ephedra is? That ephedra
Yeah,
stuff?
that I know.
Well, my brother-in-law,
And tell us about your brother-in-law.
he's an ass. Such anyway, he's a trainer at a gym. He got his license online.
Wait, what's
which
the Air
is
Force
long
for? It's not a
expired.
gym.
Yeah, he gives me a bottle, like the size of a water bottle of ephedra one day, and he says, "You want some energy? Take this stuff." He doesn't tell me you're supposed to drink a quarter of it a day. I bring this stuff. I'm warming up the Rosie O'Donnell show. We're doing 2 shows one day. I drank the whole bottle in the morning. My heart is pounding out of my chest. I was about to have an ambulance called on me. My blood pressure is through the roof. It's insane. Carrie Carabas is looking in on us. Jesus
Carrie
Christ.
Carabas.
Another great Long Island. We're in the by the way, everybody who's listening, we're in the back of Governor's in Levittown. It's about 7 o'clock on a Sunday night. That's what we're going to be doing. Eventually, I'm going to go live with this show, and we're going to be in the back of Governor's. If you're a comic, come in. It's going to be like an open forum, screaming, yelling, shots fired. It's like we're in Penn Station. There's a little bit of urgency going on, and I want to hear the opinions of people that I respect.
All right. And
I think you should clarify it's a back room at Governor's as
It's a
opposed to
back-
sitting out by the dumpsters doing
Yeah,
this show.
yeah. Yeah. I've done podcasts everywhere, man. I've had people with podcasts with a recorder just following me everywhere, literally in Penn Station. Or
Just whip it out
Yeah,
right in
just
the
whip it
middle of
out.
Penn
Hey,
Station.
man, 7th Avenue. There's homeless guys next to me. Hey, can you give me $1? Well, hold on, I'm doing my podcast.
Give me
it'd be
$1, I'll
interesting-
subscribe.
Yeah.
Interesting to be invited to do a podcast by a street person.
There you go. Hey,
I like it.
maybe that'll make him not a street person anymore. I mean, everybody's got a podcast,
Pull a
don't
cell
they?
phone out of his shopping basket.
That's it. So, what?
So, Mick,
got
tell
10
me,
minutes.
tell me about this thing, fisting.
Well, Joey's the Guinness Book of Record. I think you might as well learn from the master while you have him here.
Fist bumping.
bumping.
Fist bumping is what it is.
Do you get a
did that
fist trophy?
But when did that become the it's okay to greet somebody? Like I'm a big like Peter will appreciate this, right? Because I understand language has evolved, right?
Yes.
You go back to the 1700s. My dearest Annabelle, I hope the morn finds
Right.
you well.
Yeah.
Right. And now I listen to guys talk. Like I hear grown men in their 40s saying, "Yo, bro, I'm not woke to that." Or that's lit. I'm like, when?
Yeah.
But I understand, because like, all right, get the 60s, the kids went, yeah, groovy, man, right? And in the 70s, far out. Like, but the adults never did it.
Right.
And now we've evolved.
Yeah.
Right, we've
Absolutely
evolved to language where you can say, that's lit, that's like, your
Yeah.
nephew would know, right? Are you woke to that?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
turned up. I'm like, you're 55.
Mikey, yeah, he would know,
Where did
because-
you learn that?
Mikey, do you speak like that? Is he lit up?
Yeah.
Do you use that terminology, though?
Hit the button. Hit the button.
Can't hear you, buddy.
Good now?
Yeah, you go.
go
Now I
on.
can hear you. Yeah.
Well, I never spoke that way. Ever.
Like, but do you?
you're around people that
You're
do.
21 right now, right?
22.
Do you when people start a sentence with, they go so. They start a sentence with so. Are you going to come here? Yeah. So, and then they start the sentence. That annoys the shit out of me. Also, when people go for sure. For sure.
What about the current trend of super? It's super fun, super good to see.
Right.
Everything's super, super, super.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Well,
going
it depends on who you are, though, too. Someone like, I'm assuming Peter Bales is the type of one of those that's annoying to be around after a while because I'm sure he starts every sentence with "actually." You're going to say George Washington was the first president. Actually, it was John Henson. And all, do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, you know what? Kiss me, arse, you.
Kiss me arse. So kiss me arse for sure.
There's nothing there's nothing I can say to that
because I'm right.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Like, get to the point. I mean,
actually, the point was
in military language, if you can't waste a word,
yes,
you're getting shot at, or you're in a helicopter that's being shot at. You can't. What you can go. So I think there's bullets coming from that mountain. No, you can't do that.
Like bullets.
And you got to go copy.
You're shooting like bullets.
Did I say something? And I say something, and he goes, I copy. No, copy.
I copy.
Yeah, I copy.
Yeah, the comics are like that because we know how to trim the fat of a joke.
Trim the fat of a joke and get to the laugh because we got to get to the next laugh.
That's
It's
exactly
jokes
what it
per
is.
minute, man. I watched Rodney on the Tonight Show the other day on Facebook. Someone put a video up. Man, what a blueprint of how to do it. Set up,
absolutely.
punch,
Set up,
set
punch.
up, punch, set
Bob
up, punch.
Hope, 5 per minute. That
5
was his goal.
Oh, really? That's what
yeah?
it
Yeah.
was? Yeah.
Absolutely.
I took,
See, I love the past. You should see young people when I use the expression 23 skidoo. They look at me like, what are you? I know exactly what that means.
23 skidoo.
I go, yeah, that's what I said when Charles Lindbergh flew across the Atlantic Ocean.
And now, what about if somebody said, how do you do? How do you do?
How do you
Hey,
do?
how do you do? How do you do?
That's very
It's
polite.
none of your fucking business how I do. I do fine, all right? Kiss my ass. And you know, different parts of the country, it's like that too. When I warm up the Rachel Ray show, sometimes we have people from like South Carolina, and I go kidding around. I go, like, where you from? Oh, from Charleston. Oh, really? Where in Charleston? Hemlock Street. What number? 21. What's your social security number? 395. And they'll just give it up. I'll go, shut up, lady. And then I'll go to say, there's New Yorker. Where you from? Who wants to know? What are you writing a book or something? Get to the point. Oh my God! You know, I'm all keyed up tonight because I got behind a 2002 Ford Windstar on the way here in the center lane on Hempstead Turnpike, and I knew, and they're passing me on the right and the left, just going, "Hey, you're stuck in the middle behind a Windstar." It's just like, you know, with certain cars that you get behind, you know you're not going anywhere, and you're jammed in behind them. What car would that be for you, Peter?
Oh, the horrible cars. Young people don't remember the Vega,
Right.
The Pinto,
Yes.
the AMC Pacer,
Right.
These unspeakably bad cars.
Bad
that we had.
cars.
Gremlins?
Yeah.
Gremlins?
Oh, the Gremlin was one of the worst.
Explode
of all.
on contact.
Yes.
You know, stupid people making stupid designs.
Right.
You know what I
That's
mean? When are we going to stop? When is a group going to get together and, like, there's so many stupid things going on? Like you gave a tour at a museum once, right?
Right.
You did.
And this woman actually, we were at Gettysburg National Park. She raises her hand. She goes, "How come they always have the battles in national parks?"
I saw a book titled that once.
And I used that as a title for a book. And then I thought about it, and I ran outside to the parking lot, and I said, "Hey, lady, I just thought about this. How come meteors always land in craters?"
But are you really a tour guide too?
No, I was.
the dinosaur thing.
The dinosaur thing, yeah. I used to work at the Museum of Natural History.
Oh, it's
in
one of my favorite
Manhattan.
places.
Oh, it's a great place. I gave the same speech like 20 times a day, you know. And here we have the brontosaurus, widely considered to be the stupidest animal ever to roam the face of the earth. And one time this guy yells out, "You know, it would have to be stupid if it wandered in here."
There you go. Boom. That's what we're dealing with.
But tour guides, I have a problem with tour guides because I remember once I was at the comic strip and I have 2 shows, so I have about 2 hours to kill in between. The Met is right there, and one of my favorite things to do in the summer: get some cookies from Insomnia Cookie, sit on the steps, listen to the guy play saxophone, eat my cookies, go back and do my second set.
Right.
But this one day I really had to go to the bathroom, so I go up to the Met. And I go to there's a security guard there, and I go, "But I'm just going to go to the bathroom." He goes, "No, you got to buy a ticket." And I go, "But the bathroom is right there." He goes, "You got to buy." I was like, "I promise you, I won't learn anything. I just need to take a piss." And he went, "No." So I took out my debit card and I got 25 cents ticket. It was a donation, right? So I walk in and there was a tour guide, and I jumped in with these Germans because, you know what, I might as well learn something now. And here's what tour guides do: they're the experts, but they ask the audience, like, to make them feel like they're part of it. But then when they don't get the question right, they made it feel like an asshole. They go, like, he held up this urn, this piece of pottery. He goes, can anybody tell me what this was used for? And this German woman, as you know, it was a vase. He went, no, it's an urn. I'm like, why are you yelling at her?
Yeah.
You're the one that has the PhD.
should know that. Yeah. Hey, guess
She's
what,
just walking
dude?
here to learn, and you're yelling at her for not knowing what you went to school for, you asshole.
Hey, guess what, dude? We get to leave here. You don't.
Yeah, exactly.
I listen. This is Shots Fired. Some of my favorite guests in the world, my good friends Mick Thomas, Peter Bales,
Hey.
John Blenn, Tony Walker as usual, Mikey Scudero over in the inside over there. Thank you guys, and that's it. Shots Fired. This is the third episode. We're gonna keep on going. Thanks for listening, you guys. Bye bye.
Thanks for having us, Joe.